Brandon retired at 31. He was a high school teacher. He doesn't have $1 million. So, how did he do something you've been told takes 40 years? Tonight, I'm showing you the one equation Brandon solved, the same equation nobody in finance will teach you. Same equation your school never showed you. Whether you're working a W 2 job, trying to build passive income on the side, or you're running on your own as an investor, agent, consultant, or coach, trying to stop trading time for money, the equation is the same. And most of you are solving the wrong one. If you don't have 20 minutes for actual math tonight, close the tab right now. But if you do, make sure you click that subscribe button, hit the bell, and stay until the end. By the time we're done, you'll know exactly what Brandon solved. Brandon doesn't sell courses. He doesn't run a YouTube channel, doesn't have an Instagram full of private jet photos. He's a guy I met at a real estate meetup in Atlanta back in 2022. I was there with my phone in my hand, ready to make some powerful connections. Brandon was sitting at the table next to me after the panel ended. He had on jeans. He wasn't flashy. Mind you guys, I was real cute. I had on my dress, all of those things, because we were taught to dress for success. He happened to be 32 years old when I met him. He'd been retired for about a year by then. At 32, y'all, I asked him the obvious question that we all want to know. How? He pulled out his phone because y'all know I need receipts. I don't take anybody's word. Opened up his notes app, scrolled to a note he'd written 5 years earlier, showed me one math equation. Then he opened his bank statement on the same phone and showed me the balance because we need to see the numbers. And the numbers match the equation that he shared with me. He didn't win the lottery. He didn't inherit money. His parents are middle class teachers from Ohio because you know I had to ask. He doesn't have $1 million nest egg, guys. He has $43,000 in his checking account. That is the total. Brandon was a high school history teacher in Cincinnati. He made $52,000 a year, retired at 31 because he solved one equation that almost nobody watching this video has ever seen. I'm going to show it to you tonight. But first, you have to understand why everyone else is solving the wrong equation. Because if you don't see the trap first, the way out won't make any sense. I'm Jael Thomas, wealth strategist, co-founder of the Wanzer Family Office. I run real estate across multiple asset classes, and I'm building this family office out loud in real time so you guys can see it and build yours. We help W 2 professionals replace their active income with passive income. And solopreneurs, I help you guys stop trading time for money by building premium offers that sell while you sleep. That's the whole show. Two lanes, but the math is the same. Every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, we're here. Not theory, not fluff, showing the actual math and the actual ways that you can build wealth, whether you're starting from zero or six figures. If you're watching on replay, drop your city in the comments below because I read every single one. And it's very important that I get to know you guys and that we engage with each other, grow with each other, and show even the wins with each other to motivate somebody else that's coming to the Wealth Builders community. Now, let me show you what this looks like in real life. Two people that I know. The first one is Tanya. She's 42 years old. She's a senior VP at a marketing firm in Chicago. Tanya makes $250,000 a year, guys. Drives a Range Rover that she leases. Lives in a one-bedroom downtown that runs her $4,200 a month. Has the impressive title, the LinkedIn followers, the corner office. She has $4,200 in her savings account. $38,000 in credit card debt. Of course, I changed Tanya's name. She was okay with me sharing this with you guys, but it's very important that you understand the real facts behind people that we see and admire. Okay? Every Sunday afternoon, she sits in her truck in her parking garage and cries before she goes upstairs because Monday morning is coming back around and she has to do it all over again. She told me this on a Tuesday over coffee, like it was a normal thing to mention. And that's when I asked her if I could share this with you guys because it's not normal, but society makes us believe that it is. She's making $250,000 a year, guys, crying in her truck on Sundays. How many of us have felt like that? That's real. Now, the second person is Maya. She's 29 years old, a freelance graphic designer that lives in Austin. She has 6 steady clients that she's built up over the last 4 years. Maya's making about $80,000 a year, less than a third of what Tanya is bringing in, guys. Maya owns 2 rental properties, a duplex that she bought when she was 26 and a small house that she bought last year. Together, they cash flow $2,400 a month after every single expense is paid, meaning the mortgage, taxes, insurance, her property manager, maintenance reserves. After all of that, $2,400 clean in her bank account every single month. She doesn't max out a 401k. She doesn't have a retirement target date written down anywhere, and she sleeps fine. Same country, same economy, same access to information. The difference isn't income. That's what I want you guys to see. The difference is structure. Tanya built her life around spending. Maya built her life around cash flow. One works to maintain a lifestyle. The other built a machine that maintains itself. Here's the part that's going to bother some of you. Tanya is older. Tanya makes more than 3 times what Maya makes. Tanya looks more successful by every metric we use to measure success. Maybe we should start measuring differently. But Maya at 29 on a freelancer's income as an entrepreneur is closer to actually retired than Tanya at 42 will be at 65 years old. Because the math says so, guys. Tanya is on the W-2 lane spinning her wheels. Maya is on the solopreneur lane building cash flow. The younger one is winning the game. But it doesn't matter which lane they pick, whether you're a W-2 or an entrepreneur, because retirement isn't an age. It's a math equation, and only one of them solved it. I want that to land for you guys. Retirement is not age 65. 3 equations almost everyone uses. 2 of them I just showed you. Look at why each one of these equations that we've been taught fails. Let's talk about equation number 1 that a lot of us are doing right now. Save and hope. Save 15% of your income for 40 years. How many of you guys have fires that happen on a monthly basis that you have to put out where that 15% ain't getting saved? Put it in the market. Hope that it grows. Hope inflation doesn't eat it alive. Hope no recession hits the wrong year. Hope that you stay healthy and you can go to work every day. Hope your job exists in 40 years. Let's hope that it exists in the next 5 with AI. That's the script the W-2 path is built on. That's the equation that your HR rep handed you on day 1. It's not a math equation. It's a prayer with extra steps. Tanya is on the equation. So is the high earning consultant dumping 50 grand a year into index funds. The trap is the same. You give up 4 decades of your life and hope the market is kind to you. Let's talk about equation number 2. Earn forever. This is the trap that I was in, y'all. Climb the ladder, make more money, stack the W-2 for the solopreneurs watching. That's sign another client, run another launch, take another call. But every time income goes up, lifestyle goes up faster. It's the truth. I am a true testament to that. Tanya at 250 is the proof. The doctor making 700 grand is working 60 hours. The coach at $500,000 can't unplug from the launch cycle. More income, bigger trap. Equation number 3, pick a pile. I need $1 million to retire, or two, or five. Pick one. Wrong question. The number is not the question. Brandon figured this out at 25. Maya figured this out at 26. 65 is not the answer, guys. Look at what those equations actually cost. A teacher making 60 grand saves 1,000 a month into index funds at 7% to pull 60,000 a year in retirement using the 4% rule. She needs $1.5 million in stocks, starting from zero. That's about 35 years. Same math for the solopreneur, saving the same 1,000 a month into the same index. The fact that you got your income from clients instead of a W-2 doesn't change the math. It still will take you 35 years. A doctor making 400 grand saves 50 grand a year, still in index funds, to pull 168,000 a year passive. She needs 4.2 million in 25 years. Same math for the high earning consultant doing 400 grand. Same math for the agent doing GCI in the same range. If you're stacking it in index funds and waiting, you're 25 years out, minimum. You have a third option. Brandon used it. Maya is using it. I'm using it. And now I want you to be able to use it too, whether it's this year, next year, or the years after. Once you know the equation, you can't unknow it. Instead of saving $1.5 million in stocks, you buy 400 grand worth of cash flowing assets. Instead of 35 years, it takes you 5 to 10. You don't withdraw from a pile. You don't depend on the market. You own something that pays you forever. For the W-2 lane, that something is usually real estate, someone else operates, or you partner up on. For the solopreneur lane, it's sometimes real estate. Sometimes it's a high ticket premium offer that produces income, whether you show up to the call or not. Sometimes it's both. Same equation, different assets, but you still don't know what the equation is. So let me show you. This is the equation Brandon wrote in his notes app at 25 years old. The one his bank statement matched 5 years later. The one Maya is running right now in Austin, Texas. The one Tanya at 250 grand a year still hasn't figured out. And that's okay. That's why we're here. I need you to write this down. The equation that will change your life. Monthly bills plus monthly lifestyle equals your freedom number. That is the equation. Not a retirement age, a monthly cash flow number. Do you know how much money you spend every month? Do you know how much money you need to play and enjoy yourself? What is that number? When your investments produce that number every month, automatically, you are free. I don't care how old you are. I don't care if you waited till 71 to figure it out. You're free. How many of us actually want to be free to not have to find another client, go to work for the next 20 years if you don't want to? People say they're in this for the money, but really we're in it for the freedom, for the time with our family, for the access to the opportunities that we want to be a part of, to travel to the places that we've always wanted to see. How much time do you really have to do that? You can keep working. You can stop. You can move. You can say no to whatever you want. That's freedom. Not retirement, not rich. It's control. And here's the part that matters. Your freedom number is yours. It's not mine. It's not Brandon's. It's not Maya's. It's not the doctor down the hall. The number depends entirely on your bills, your lifestyle. Some people watching this have a freedom number around $4,000 a month. That might be one or two assets. Some are at 12,000. Some are at 25,000. Can you believe that that could still be one or two assets if we're talking about things like assistant living that brings in 25 to 30,000 a month? It's easier than you guys think. There is no universal answer, only your answer. But you have to take the time to stop. and figure out what that number is before you keep on running the same play every single day for the rest of your life. And you wake up and look back like, man, I'm still going. I'm very tired. Now, look at what Brandon did with this information. Brandon's monthly bills, rent, car, food, utilities, insurance, ran about $3,200 a month. Brandon's monthly lifestyle, eating out, traveling on a budget, fun money, ran about $2,300 a month. Brandon's freedom number was $5,500 a month, $66,000 a year in cash flow. That was his target. The old equation said save 1.65 million in stocks and retire at 57. Brandon completely ignored that. Age 25, first duplex, $250,000 property, FHA loan at 3.5% down, about 9 grand to get in. He lived in one unit, rented out the other for $1,400 a month. His mortgage was $1,800. So his housing costs dropped to $400 a month. He saved aggressively from his teaching salary. You guys, we always forget about simplification when we think about getting to our freedom number. Where can you cut costs to make that number smaller? Brandon found a creative way to do it by getting a property and allowing the people that lived in the other units to significantly cut the cost of his housing and bring money in his pocket. Sometimes we ask the wrong questions, and when we get the answer from asking the wrong question, it makes us stop and say, oh, it's not possible. But what if it is possible and you just haven't thought deeply enough of how you can do it? Age 27, second duplex, 20% down. Use the savings he built up from living almost free for 2 years. Cash flow on the new property, $1,000 a month. Age 28. Now he gonna go to the triplex. I don't just need two, now I need 3 units. $1,800 a month. Age 30. Fourplex. Do you guys see the step up? $2,400 a month. Age 31. Small multifamily, $3,000 a month. So often we think that we have to start so big. He started so small and just kept going up, up, up. 5 properties, 11 rental units, total monthly cash flow after every expense, $8,200. His freedom number was 5,500. Don't think once you reach the freedom number, you have to stop. These properties' rents go up every year. You get appreciation from the property. There are so many different ways that you get paid from one property in real estate, and then you get the depreciation and the tax benefits. He's over here collecting by $2,700 every single month. He is completely free. He doesn't have $1 million nest egg. He has properties that pay him every month, whether he shows up to work or not. Whether the stock market goes up or down. Whether anyone subscribes to his channel, subscribe to mine, or not. He retired at 31 from a teacher's salary because he solved the right equation. Brandon at 31, Maya at 29. Some of you are thinking, great for them, but I'm not 25 and I'm not living in a duplex. Let me tell you about Nicole. She's a doctor at age 43, internal medicine at a big hospital system in DC, $720,000 a year. Brilliant, right? Talk about burnout. She called me a year and a half ago on Thursday from her car in the hospital parking garage with her voice shaking. This is the reason why I remember it so vividly. She said, Jael, I make more money than I ever thought that I would. And I've never been more tired in my life. So I said, we need to really sit down and pan some things out because that shouldn't be the case based on what you're bringing in. So we ran her equation. Bills around $9,500 a month. Mortgage, kids' schools, the cars, the family. Again, remember that lifestyle creep once you make more money. Lifestyle is around $4,500 a month. The travel, the dining, all the things that make a life worth living to her. Her freedom number landed around $14,000 a month. Old equation says save 4.2 million in stocks, 25 more years of working. New equation says own about 1.4 million in cash flowing assets. 5 to 7 years, you're free. She had $140,000 sitting in her savings account doing nothing, earning zero, losing to inflation. Step one, she became a capital partner in an active deal that we're running. 8,000 in, she doesn't manage anything. She collects about 9,000 a year off that 80,000 plus equity growth. Step two, 6 months later, she got into the second deal. 60,000 in, about 7,200 a year coming back. 18 months in, 140,000 deployed, about 16,000 a year in passive cash flow. About 10% of her freedom number solved with money that was earning her zero in her savings account. Come on, guys. She's not free yet, but can you imagine how relieved she is now that she knows she's on the path and that it actually is a light at the end of the tunnel? There's a means to the end. But here's what changed right now before she hit that full number. She started saying no. She turned down the leadership track at the hospital that would have doubled her hours. Remember, she could see the light at the end of the tunnel. I don't have to take every carrot that's dangled in front of me that's going to cause me more stress, more anguish. She told the chief of medicine that she's staying clinical only. She started leaving at 5 p.m. on Tuesdays to coach her daughter's soccer team. That's the math working in real life. Every dollar of passive income gives her one more option, one more day, one more no, I don't want to do that. Same equation works for the high earning solopreneur, the consultant doing 400 grand who's burnt out, the agent doing 300 grand who hasn't taken a real vacation in 3 years. Run the equation, find the gap, and figure out how to deploy and fill it. And here's the part for everyone watching thinking, I don't have access to no equity in my house. I don't have that kind of cash sitting in my savings account. You're me when I started. Find someone with cash who's too busy to find their way to freedom. I guarantee you they'll pay you for that, or they'll give you some equity in their deal. Then go find another person and another. No excuses, only solutions with the Wealth Builders community. Brandon at 31, Maya at 29, Nicole at 43. 3 different lanes, same equation, all winning. How old will you be when you find your freedom? If you're still sitting on cash or sitting on equity, that should be working harder than it is. Here's what's available. I actually created a freedom calculator for you guys. It's at go.jaelthomas.com/freedom-math. Of course, that link is going to be in the description. That runs your equation in 60 seconds or less. It's absolutely free. I don't require your email. It gives you your freedom number, the gap, and a personalized read on what to do next. It gives you literally the percentage of where you need to go, what you need to do, what you should be doing, what you shouldn't be doing. If your gap is somewhere between 2 and 6,000 a month and you want a custom plan to close that gap, the 90-day cash flow plan is for you. That link is also in the description. One session that will get you on the right track to your financial freedom. If you're a solopreneur ready to build that premium offer that sells up front, not on the back end, you need to be in the build with me. And that's by application only. I only take a few people every month to make sure that I'm giving a personalized experience to everyone that needs that premium offer. If your passive income is already past your freedom number and you want to deploy alongside an active operating partnership, the Capital Partners page is for you. That link is in the description as well. All optional. None of this is, required, guys. You have the equation now. You can do this on your own. This show, this session, Wealth Builder Wednesdays, is about sharing things that I have learned, the building the family office in real time so that you guys can do it at the same time that I'm doing these things. I was doing and figuring out some of these opportunities, strategies without even knowing what, it would lead to and how big it would be. But now I want to share what we're doing in real time so that you can start implementing as well. Last 90 seconds. Remember Brandon, 25 years old, high school teacher, 52 grand a year, no silver spoon, no connections in Cincinnati. He didn't wait until he had $1 million saved. He didn't wait until he made executive money. He didn't wait until his W-2 covered his life. He looked at the equation, ran the math, and took action. 6 years later, he was free. Why can't that be you? Remember Maya, 29, freelancer, 80 grand a year. Same starting point as half the solopreneurs watching this video right now. She's on track to be free before age 35. How sweet would that be? I'm 33, guys. Let's see if I can hit my freedom number in the next year. I'm not asking you to be Brandon. I'm not asking you to be Maya. I'm not asking you to be Nicole. Whether you're a W-2 building passive income on the side or a solopreneur architecting a premium offer that sells up front, the equation is the same. Bills plus lifestyle equals your freedom number. Run the math, find the gap, pick the path that closes it. I started where most of you started. No silver spoon, a family crisis. I'll tell you the whole story on another Wealth Builder Wednesday. The math doesn't care where you come from. It only cares about what you do with it from here. Same time, same place, next Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Keep building, Wealth Builders. Make sure you click that subscribe, like the video, and drop me a comment if this was helpful. Peace.